just on that transition that they've had from Perth to Sydney. I think last year it was more difficult because the Brisbane court was playing very quick, as was this court, so it was fast to even faster. But this for me is a slightly slower surface, and that's all based on when it gets resurfaced during the year, how much play and action that it has throughout. And it just seems like people have an extra second of time to work with.
She is sitting at her 84th week as the world #1. She's currently about 500 points ahead of the reigning Australian Open champion, Aryna Sabalenka. And there are a lot of points on offer here. If she wins every match, she can pop on another 500 points. It's a very good sign early on.
It's not a bad play from Garcia, but it's just when to use it. You know, she's going to have to try and keep points short to go after it, try and get the first ball strike in, but Swiatek just moves out wide so well on both the forehand and the backhand wing.
Both women, a perfect record in their singles matches so far. And they're mixed as well, so both confident taking to the semi-final. And that is an excellent opener. Welcome to Sydney, Iga Swiatek. Is this going to be the play, all-out attack from Caroline, and just see where the cards fall?
Well, I was thinking from both players. That's a pretty aggressive game from Swiatek to kick things off. And one thing that stood out to me in the 3 singles matches that she's played is just how many points she's winning off her second serves. You know, 61% against Zhang, 68% against Sorribes Tormo, which of course is always going to be quite high because Sorribes Tormo doesn't try and attack as much on the second serve return, but just something for Garcia to be aware of, that she is so quick off the mark.
Caroline Garcia representing Team France to serve.
I think sometimes those numbers maybe don't mean that much, but if you're serving a lot of second serves, if you're anywhere above 50%, you're coming away from that match thinking, that's a good day for me.
Winning points behind the second.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Garcia currently ranked at 20 in the world. 6 years ago, she was as high as #4 in singles.
More difficult coming out with the team down 1-love, though, isn't it? Knowing that this is a must-win to keep France in it. I think without even thinking about it too much, you would just have a bit more pressure.
15-14.
Private coach, Perot, for a second spell with the French #1, who these days, although being born in a Parisian suburb, is now based in Lyon, where she trains a lot at the National Tennis Centre there.
Oh, that was close.
30-14.
Bit of relief there. The great thing for Caroline, she loves this team environment. She enjoys having all the information given to her at the change of ends. It could have got very messy. Still, break point.
Great serve. Love that change up, fast through the body. And Swiatek is super aggressive with her positioning up on the baseline, so hardly any room to maneuver that.
Oh, it's big tennis. It's a bold game plan from Garcia.
I know you like this one, Josh.
I'm loving it because this is the first match where Garcia would feel a sense of freedom. She's been the favourite in every one of her previous matches here, and this is a chance just to really come out here and go for it. Probably played a little, overplayed it early on. However, she's not going to beat Swiatek if she's going to get into 5-10 stroke rallies. She is not going to win the match, Garcia. So I'm okay if Caroline comes out here and does make a few extra unforced errors, because for me, that's the only way that she really will get the outcome in this result, in this match that she's looking for.
See if there were any after effects of the Marlena Helga battle. The player ranked in the 500s. As you mentioned, Laura, 2.5 hours, 7-6 in the third in the end after having a match point in the second. It was fairly traumatic for her.
Such a relief to get through that one. I actually saw her yesterday, just as she was heading out of the hotel. Went and had some time at Bondi Beach. Her and her boyfriend went off, had a lovely, lunch, coffee down there. So I think it's quite nice to have that day of.
Yep. I think she needed
Sydney. Yeah.
She needed some decompression. You discovered the boyfriend's name is Borja Durand, and we're still trying to work out whether he has any sort of tennis background.
You can just tell that she's starting to play herself into this. It just went too quickly for the first few points, and you just get used to the pace of both players.
That was very well done, particularly after losing 7 of the first 8 points.
Let's second set.
Bit of movement there on the return from Garcia. Hear the footwork.
Heard the squeaking.
And we'll get a good look, see how the Swiatek serve holds up under pressure here, because as you're both alluding to, she's so far into the court to return Garcia, particularly on second serve, and that's intimidating when you're serving.
I never usually say this about Garcia, but I think she could have gone for more on the second forehand. Because the return was so well placed, and there was a moment where she could have taken it half a step earlier, opened it up line.
Is it going to be one of those afternoons where you surprise me with various statements and facts and things that have
I feel like I've used all my good ones this week.
No, you've always got something that keeps me on my toes.
It's actually a very simple shot for Garcia. She's got such a beautiful natural backhand. You just see how she takes it back, and then she almost pulls the trigger and goes right through the line of the ball and follows it forward. This is a great play.
Excellent opening, quarter of an hour on serve in this first set.
Team Poland leads 2-1.
First of the semi-finals, currently leading one match to love in the tie. Interesting getting the gist of Bertrand, what he's imparting to Caroline. Very positive, I think super happy with tactically. He's talking a lot about her second shot and off the return. And the second shot behind serve as well. I think expect more of the same. I'm just warming up the French. By the time I get to
You've had all week to practice.
By the time I get to Roland Garros, I'll be absolutely fine.
As long as you know how to order a baguette or a croissant, that's all that matters. Then you'll be happy, Sam.
If I can't do that, there is absolutely no hope for me at all.
That's first service.
When you look at Caroline Garcia's career, if you wanted to draw a graph, I think if you did an outline of the French Alps, I think that would describe it perfectly. And I have to say, for sort of 2017, sort of summer of 2018, that was sort of the equivalent of Mont Blanc. That was a peak. And particularly the 2022 season, that was sort of the Chamonix Grenoble sort of area of the French Alps, where she went from 74 to 4 in the world under the tutelage of Perret, and won the WTA finals and all sorts of tournaments, including Western Southern in Cincinnati as a qualifier.
I think it's safe to say she should have never have been ranked 74. She's not of that level for me. When she's on, she's easily a top 10 player.
Yeah, but there's just been a lot of peaks and troughs. I'm not sure where she's certainly not at the peak, and she's not in a trough. She might be sort of halfway up the mountain. But we shall see. Looking forward to seeing her play this Aussie summer, as we are this young woman who won 6 titles last year, including a slam.
Let's pursue.
Well, the tricky thing about being a Garcia fan is just when you think that she's on the way up and plays 3 really good matches in a row, and then the 4th might be a bit of a dud, but such is tennis sometimes.
And it's sort of, as a tennis person in the game, it's hard to see why the ranking swings have been so significant for Garcia, because technically she's very sound forehand, backhand. Yes, the serve has changed, and there's been a bit of a journey with that, but you know, it's so significant, the ranking band, if you look where she's been and where she can be. So I'm hoping this year is a really good year. She's mature. She's really at the peak of her powers, I feel, age-wise, athletically. She's looking so fit and strong. So I'm really hopeful that Caroline Garcia gets well back into the top 10. A big year for her with the Olympics coming up in Paris. So a lot to play for Caroline this season.
Made it.
30-15.
If we start, that was a Good time to see the backhand speed from Garcia, just a bit more firepower. The forehand's very even today, but different types of speed. Just to Swiatek, more of a top spin coming over the ball. I just think that's the play, isn't it? Yes, you might miss a few as well, but if you start ripping a few second serve return winners that Swiatek doesn't even get a look at, then she might just start thinking about the second serve more.
On serve in this opening set.
Team only 3 games to 2.
We are in Sydney's inner west, but so many of the players in a mixed doubles partner here, led by Roger Vasselin. A little more of an intro, doesn't really want all that going on around her.
Time. Love 15. Let's for some.
Trouble in her opening service game, I think, worth remembering. He's only ever beaten one top-ranked player, number one in the world. I don't know how that was going to come out in a very strange way. You know what I mean? In 11 attempts, and that was against this woman in Warsaw a year and a half ago.
And hasn't had a top 10 win since the year-end finals in 2022. So it was against Sabalenka.
And so for 5 last year, so a good way to start this season, isn't it?
I really think this event, the United Cup event, is tailor-made for a player like Caroline Garcia, because she gets matches, and as you look at her history, when she gets that opportunity to play 2 or 3 or even 4 or 5 and can get on a run or a roll, that's when she tends to play her very best. So let's just see over the rest of the Australian summer as well how she performs, given she's played some great matches so far.
He's serving again, getting her out of trouble. Can make it 36 aces in her first 3 matches this week, so it's been on fire.
Yes, because her average was almost 7 last year a match, so she's tracking ahead of that. Allez, indeed.
Team France. 3-game total.
Given it's the most important shot in tennis, the serve, if you can't hold serve, you're not going to win. So I think that has been the one significant factor in this roller coaster ranking journey that she's been on. It's when Garcia serves well, the rest of the game tends to flow as well, and she can use her athletic ability, the big forehand, and stay aggressive. So if the serve is working, expect her to climb up that mountain, Samantha.
Love.
Does anyone call you Samantha?
My agent calls me Samantha. Bizarrely.
And now Josh.
And Josh.
Love.
I thought it was a great year for Swiatek on tour, but it wasn't completely straightforward. And remember this 12 months ago, she got smashed by Jessica Pegula on this very court, 2-2. I think there's a little scar tissue in that. That's when she struggled to adapt coming from Perth. Didn't go as deep at the AO as she would like us to rip back on her in 2 sets, and then she had the rib injury in Indian Wells, had to miss Miami, and then winning in Stuttgart a few weeks later was very important for her. And she got injured in Rome, but then bounced back at Roland Garros. And so every time there's been an issue, she's come back twice as strong. That says a lot about her. Okay.
30-40.
So it's taken half an hour. Garcia for the first chance to break. Doesn't matter how they come. Don't forget Swiatek had all those chances in Garcia's opening service game. Couldn't capitalise, so this is where we are. Stand and deliver. There's the break.
New balls, please.
Garcia ahead 4-3 in this first set.
Team France lead 4-3.
It's a big return to go for, and just the perfect idea on a break point, because you might not see very many of those. So if you don't take the chances when they're there, when can you?
We're a big fan of that return.
We are. We saw it so much against Kerber in the
down
first
the middle.
match.
Yeah. Well, not in the first set, because that
No. The second two.
Not going anywhere near the court.
Second and third set of that match. It just seems like such an easy decision for her. When in doubt, go as fast as possible at the feet of your opponent.
France taking on Poland in the first of the semi-finals. Australia, Germany tonight under the lights on the Ken Rosewell Arena. You see bottom right of your screen, Poland have the early advantage, and just a reminder of the format: 2 singles and potentially a deciding mixed doubles. And should we get there, I could argue the French might go in as the favourites. They've been so impressive.
Just 7 points. It's the placement more than the speed, because you look at their average speed numbers and both players are fairly similar on that, but she's just hitting all 4 corners and equally can drop into that kick serve as a first serve.
40 love.
So then you're not only covering the width, you're covering the depth as well, because that might jump up on you.
That's been a real feature, actually, of her matches, despite how sort of torturous they have been, is that change up on the first serve. I love it when the players listen to us in the commentary box. Great way to back up the break. Second love hold of the set. So, well now, I feel very equipped to be a Caroline Garcia fan, because I've supported West Ham United, the Premiership team, for many years, and that steels you for when things are going so well and they can all go wrong, and you can do this. So it's been a really entertaining half an hour or so here. Oh, spectacular.
30 all.
Oh well, they're 40 down on their opening service game. How important was that hold? It took her 3 deuces to do it. And she has not looked back since levelling at 1-1. It's set point to Team France.
solid.
Yes.
Slowing that serve down slightly to get some extra slice.
Well, Josh wanted to see what that first serve in new motion was like under pressure. That's a little tick in that column. But she has served a double fault in this game.
Advantage Team Poland.
Yeah, pressure point is a point that either leads to a break point or is a break point conversion. And you can see how dominant Garcia has been. That's only been the second time Swiatek's won one of those key moments within a game. That is a really great hold.
Game Team Poland. Team France lead 5-4.
Poised left of your picture up, which has just switched. Just going to talk about Craig Boynton. The picture. There it is. He's just looking away. He's on the top. There he is. Now he's looking back. In the long grey-white T-shirt. QB her catch, job done. From the Polish male number 1. Yeah, she's found it.
Love 15.
At the moment, it's who's going to get the bigger ball strike in first. Average rallying length. Short and sweet here. Sam, you mentioned the 3 break points at the start of the match for Garcia to still hold serve, but also that game to go 3-all where she held from love 30. That was a big turning point because she broke straight after. And she's really played herself into form.
Just shows you, even if you're the world number 1, if you don't take the chances, you can get in trouble.
(30-15). (40-15).
So Team France once again at set point.
Wait, please. Thank you.
Team France take the opener, and they win it by 6 games to 4.
6 games to 4.
Can't do anything about that.
This is becoming a problem to solve. Can she find solutions on the fly here? Five times last season, Iga found her way back from a set down, so used to being a front runner and going on to win the match. That from 14 occasions. Only once did she do it against a top 10 player, and that was against Garcia in their last meeting.
First game of the second, 30-all. Does that return need to be in? In an ideal world, yes.
Yes, it does. We're riding with Caroline Garcia here.
Oh, and then does that. So you never really know what's coming next. You just know it's going to be hard. It seems like Swiatek doesn't know where to cover off that, though, because she's just staying put in the middle, expecting the fast one at her feet.
Yeah, found it.
Advantage, Team Poland.
I think the 85% at the start of the match was a bit tough, a bit bold. Iga just getting frustrated, even though she's come out of a tricky holder serve there. It's the patterns of play that she's just not been able to read so far.
The further point you've been making over the last couple of games is that Garcia has created doubt at the other end of the court, and that is a valuable commodity, particularly in this kind of matchup.
Gorgeous.
And we're talking about level here, aren't we? And, you know, not only did she not beat a top 10 player last season, she only took a couple of sets in those 5 encounters, so was well off the pace.
And sometimes when someone's playing so big off the baseline, when they do drop it short like that, you're not ready for it because you're anticipating something deeper and heavier, and all of a sudden you're almost more off balance on the easiest shot that you've had in a while.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please, players are ready. Thank you.
That would have felt good, the amount that she's been picking the ball off her toes, off the serve. First look at the Garcia serve. She had the French #1 at love 40 in Garcia's opening service game.
Here we go. So
2 very tight games to open up this second set.
And Garcia had been holding fairly easily after that 3-all game, a hold to love and then a hold to 15 to close out the first set. So there was a few more returns in play there from Swiatek.
15 all.
Phenomenal front runner, isn't she? That's based on data from the hard courts of last season. Fabulous start to this second set for Team Poland. The comeback is on.
Team Poland lead 3 games to love.
Yeah, he likes the first 3 games of this set. Tomasz Witkarowski, long-time coach now.
Yeah, he's gone from Iga to Iga, hasn't he? Just changed one. Just a single syllable.
Simple.
He's actually worked very hard courtside here in this second set. Iga looked very uncomfortable after losing the first set, quite emotional. He's worked particularly hard, a lot of communication, and got his star player on track, looking good now.
Well, mixed fortunes for Team Poland. The early part of this day session, the semi-final here of the United Cup, up in the tie by 1 match, but down a set in the women's singles. Could still be a live mixed doubles. We shall see.
Thank you. That chap, please take a seat. Love 15.
making those at the moment.
What's changed?
A few more balls in play.
30.
And sometimes against Garcia, that's enough to get her to start overplaying. She's missed a few more of those easy forehands. That's the kind of ball that she wasn't even playing in the first set, Garcia, because the rally would have never have gone on that long. She would have gone all out on the third shot, and if she made it, she made it. If she missed it, she missed it. So just opportunities now with Iga being able to lengthen out some of these points.
It's a double break in this second set.
Team Poland lead 4 games to love. Love.
Four-time major champion finding a way back here. She's just taken the heat out of this contest and out of Garcia's game. It's emphatic now, applying pressure when it's most needed, and galloping towards taking the second set.
Just a stunning turnaround from Iga. So unflustered at the end of the first. And I think that's the option that sometimes Garcia gives you, because inevitably her level will drop at some point, but Swiatek's just taken advantage of it. And on a roll, absolutely ripping the ball. Did notice that her backhand speed has come up in the second set compared to the first. Average speed in the first set off the backhand was 107 for Swiatek, and now just under 117. So big enough difference.
That's considerable.
Yeah.
Here we look as Looks as if this women's singles will go to a decider. Iga Swiatek very much in control now of this second set after a really entertaining opener. And we are getting the peaks and troughs of a Caroline Garcia match.
Lots of Polish fans in the house.
Settle down, please. Thank you. Love. 30 love.
If she can just get a little bit of momentum to close out this second set, assuming she's not going to come back from 5 love, not with the way that Iga's been serving.
Good camera shot there from behind Iga when she's returning, and you can see where the ball lands. That's right in the middle of the box. Not even an adjustment step's required. I just think in this second set, Garcia hasn't had the accuracy on serve where she did in the first.
Game, Team France, new balls, please. Team Poland lead 5 games to 1.
Hold in many ways for Garcia. She'd lost the previous 9 points in a row, so things were unravelling very quickly on her. Trying to put the brakes on before we head into a potential decider.
They've been here every match. These group of French fans put the work in this week.
So new balls. Starting to draw level.
Oh. 15 love.
So apart from taking a break at the end of the first set, there hasn't been any fanfare, has there, in this comeback? Fist pumping, any dramatics or any actual really clear tactical changes. She's just knuckled down and competed. And just up the ante, as you showed us on that backhand wing.
Yeah, I'd say second game of this second set, there was a hint of an annoyance from Swiatek because she knew that she could make more balls and play, and immediately that was the biggest difference. And you make Garcia play an extra 2 shots. It's not much in a rally, but with the low percentages that she's been playing throughout this match, it's going to make a big difference.
What a response from the world #1. And just half an hour after she lost the opening set, poised to take the second.
Yes.
Playing this game. Just imagine a minor blip on the close. Team Poland draw level, and we will have a deciding set.
6-1. 1 set all.
Oh, what a way to kick off the third. If you're coming in for the serve and volley, the S&V, it's got to be placed slightly better than that. That's got some slice on it. It's moving towards Swiatek's body, so she doesn't have to move too far out with the return.
Showing her class here, the world #1. Extending the rallies, holding the baseline, not being pushed around like she was in the first set. It's been a strong comeback. It's classy.
This is going to be hard to stop. And once again, Garcia, as she's done all her 3 previous singles here at the United Cup, playing for France, going the distance. She's done an awful lot of tennis over the course of this week. Third break of the French #1 serve.
More of the same, isn't it? It seems to me like Swiatek's maybe going more line with some of her returns, just to get Garcia moving out of the baseline zone that she loves to stay in, playing the +1 shot, the third shot, already on the back foot, and then the court's wide open. kind of what Garcia was doing to her in the first set.
Was very successful down the home straight in 2023. 9 of 16 matches that went to a deciding set, including some big ones. Final of the French Open. Her catch, his job is done. He'd know all about that.
Love 15.
Relentless.
Fifteen all.
It was half a chance.
30-15.
You've got to admire the commitment from Swiatek. She didn't place that volley as well as she would have liked, but the athleticism on the backhand overhead, and then she was closing down the net. She was ready to play another volley.
The peaks and the troughs. Riding with Caroline Garcia. And she makes something happen here. Oh, yes.
That point for me just shows the changes throughout this match. There's no way that Swiatek in the first set was even making that +1 shot because the return was so big, but she's just getting used to the power. And Garcia having to hit another 3 balls there.
Garcia's first chance to break since the 9th game of the opening set. It's been a while.
Body serve. Such a good choice. No angle for Garcia to work with.
Hope for France here. They've got to win this match to stay in the tie.
How's the speed down there looking, Josh? That has to have been one of her faster serves in the match.
Yeah, 191, that's right up there. Big numbers. Probably her biggest of the day, I would have thought. Yeah, I think you're right, Laura. Just starting to use the body serve on the big points, getting it into the backhand, keeping it away from the forehand.
Advantage to Poland. Game, Team Poland. Team Poland needs 2 games to love.
Great match play from Swiatek. Got to save a couple of great points in that last service game and did so, finding a first serve on each occasion.
Finally looking comfortable for me here is Iga Swiatek. 8 of the last 9 games she has snapped up here. And I just thought for the first couple of sets, she just, the pressure and just felt a little uneasy with the game style that Garcia was producing. But now she's like a high-performance sports car. She's just changing gears and just doing it so comfortably.
Tricky overhead. She had to play that from so far back in the end, and this stadium in particular is really difficult with so many things going on up in the roof.
Probably highlights just the slight difference in the levels, the top end level that both of these players have. When you have a look at the unforced errors, of course, they're very similar. I just feel Iga has a little bit more variation and can problem solve a little better when things aren't working. Whereas here we're looking at Caroline Garcia, and it's just more of the same. It's just a few too many unforced errors and hasn't got the ability to make it change quick enough throughout the match.
15-13.
Yeah, Josh, I think that's reflected in the spin rates off both sides. Swiatek, similar speeds throughout the match, but just a difference in height over the net plus the top spin rate.
Swiatek has hit her backhand just beautifully in the last couple of sets, particularly the one down the line. That's caught Garcia off guard a few times, and as we're seeing here, it's allowing Swiatek to get control of the points, and I'm loving seeing her push forward and volley. Another dimension of her game that she's improved so much.
gap, and she doesn't mess about with the break points. Striding towards the finish line now, Team Poland. A double break to the good in this final set.
I think it's a tricky sit-down for Team France, because what do you really say to Garcia at this point? You know, she's not doing too much wrong, she's just getting outplayed.
T'avais ta balle de break avant et tout ça. Mais oui, ouais, mais essaye de rester bien. Là, pour l'instant, tu vas réussir à faire un point que tu vas arracher, ça peut faire basculer. Là, elle est dans son jeu, elle est dans sa zone, il n'y a pas énormément de choses à dire. C'est à toi de regarder déjà ce que tu fais de bien, essayer peut-être un peu plus si tu peux, c'est possible, parce que là, elle montre super bien. Elle montre super bien, il n'y a rien à dire. Mais déjà, si tu tiens ce que tu as, toi, tu fais, peut-être qu'il y aura un petit truc qui va se passer, un petit break, on va enflammer le public, et tu l'as déjà fait plein de fois, donc ça peut retourner. Ça peut retourner. À toi de garder déjà ce que tu fais déjà très bien. L'attitude et puis tes intentions.
Allez, on est là, on va t'aider, Max. Allez, hein.
Allez, Caro. Allez, voilà.
Time.
British flag flying high around this Ken Rosewell Arena.
You give her an inch, she's all over you. And her serve accuracy has improved throughout this match, hitting the corners. Looks like there's a lot more slice coming through on that juice side.
Well, Coach Thomas describes her presence on court as being both that of a cat and a bull, and you can understand that from what you've seen out here today. She is so lithe, but she's also so powerful and so intimidating. She sort of stomps around there. Hubie knows everything is all right with Iga on the team.
It must be nice for him. Yes. He's sitting comfortably on the side there.
Good enough. Paul taking full advantage.
You mentioned it in the warm-up, but one of my favourite moments of the week in a press conference that Team Poland did, and Iga basically said, I'm trying to teach Hubie that you don't need to play tie breaks all the time, and she is showing off right now.
Yes, she has won 10 of the last 11 games since dropping that opening set.
15 love.
It's fascinating watching Caroline in this encounter, because when she can't get on the front foot, when she can't dominate proceedings, and she hasn't got a plan, it doesn't seem to be there's anywhere for her to go. Can't see a way back.
And she can do that, yeah. It could have maybe used her backhand slice more today on the defensive. On the backhand, she's been trying to still rip through it, but hasn't been in a position to play a shot that was ever going to keep her in the rally. And she can slice. She's got a really decent slice.
I think what worries me is just how quickly the games have gone. And she hasn't sort of been able to dig in and keep anywhere near close in the scoreline.
Yeah, 1 hour 38, and we are at the closing stages.
I agree completely. You cannot give the world #1 this big a lead. You can't. It's not that she's gone in and out of this second and third set. It's just her lack of ability to make an adjustment. Even if she just shapes a few balls with depth, just to try and build a bit of rhythm to get back into the match. And
that's her best service game in some time. It's still a long way back here in the tie for Team France. I think what I'm trying to say, Josh, is that a player as good as Caroline Garcia should be able to sort of chisel her way, even if she's being outplayed, you know, to hold serve with a great serve like this, you know, to stay competitive in the scoreline, to put some pressure on there, not let this, you know, after winning the first set, not just letting this all frizzle away.
it's probably her one weakness, isn't it? I mean, we look at her and technically she's very sound. We know that. Athletically very gifted and has a lot of star quality attributes everywhere you look, except, you know, the great players, the best players in the world are the best problem solvers. Typically, that's what they do, and they do it quickly. They don't wait till the end of the set. So still plenty to learn for Caroline Garcia, and today highlights it, though, especially when you're up against the very best, and you can see what Iga has done to turn this around. So very valid point, Sam.
Culmination this weekend here at Sydney Olympic Park of the second United Cup. It was the United States who were crowned last year's champions. They went out in the group stages in Perth. Australia, Germany tonight. Top marks for enthusiasm.
You see, that's the one, well, that's the kind of shot that's really not helped, because you really want to go back cross court there, just keep yourself in the rally. But then if she's giving Iga enough pace to just redirect on the next ball, you know, where do you go from there as well? So just a bit more height through the middle of the court, and don't give Swiatek any angle on the next shot. When it's good, it's really good.
Well, there are shades in terms of the scoreline of their last meeting in Beijing at the back end of last year. Swiatek going on to win the tournament, but dropping the opening set against Caroline in the quarterfinals, coming back to win easily in the decider. She has a double break advantage here, but will want to finish cleanly.
She's so good. Such a good front runner. How many people might be a double break up and just let their intensity drop slightly because they think the match is almost over? There's never any of that from Iga.
But we know when she gets the early break in a set, she wins it 90% of the time. That's a hell of a record. That's based on her hard court performances last year, that number. One game away now from a place in the final.
Team Poland lead 5-1. Love 15. Thank you. Players are both ready. Thank you.
This is a much happier Iga on this court from 12 months ago. She seemed to be absolutely helpless against a brilliant Jessica Pegula. Earlier on, she's a better player, an improved performer. What a comeback. Team Poland are into the final. 2 wins from 2. Swiatek coming back in a decider. She wins 4-6, 6-1, 6-1 in an hour and 3/4. Now they can celebrate